Hi, I'm Dr. Ako. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician in Texas. I'm here to talk to you about a book that I just published. It's called Master and Crush Your Telemedicine Consultations. And I created this book out of a need that I saw in my telemedicine practice. A lot of providers were getting reprimanded. Some of them had their privileges suspended from the platform. They couldn't see patients. And this was as a result of multiple patient complaints. And I've been in telemedicine since 2016. I was a hospitalist for about 10 years, and during my hospitalist career, I was working 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. On my 2 weeks off, I would do some telemedicine during that time. And so I've seen over 60,000 telemedicine patients at this point, and I came to realize because my patients were always satisfied with my care. In fact, my patients, a lot of them asked me if I was in a private practice. They wanted to come, have me as their primary care, provider, physician. And my provider star ratings were also almost 5, even after seeing all those, patients, which was really remarkable. So I also was part of, patient safety committees, as well as physician education and onboarding committee at one of my telemedicine jobs. And so it was, during that time when I served on those committees that I came to understand, the broader problem. And I've always, felt bad for those physicians and providers. Some of them faced, corrective action plans, and their contracts were actually eventually terminated, and they couldn't, come back to see, any patients virtually, for that company. So I decided to create this training manual to try to give, physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, anybody who's interested in becoming a telemedicine provider and wants to start on the right foot and wants to be aware of how you should conduct yourself. So I'm gonna go into the book so I can break it down a little for you. So in the very beginning of the book, I'm going through the world of telemedicine, which is sort of like an introduction into what telemedicine is, the growing need for telemedicine these days, and following that, I'm talking about how to become a telemedicine provider, and then I go into telemedicine statutes because they differ from state to state. And then after that, we're gonna, jump into a brief overview of ethical issues that exist in telemedicine. And then part 2 is actually the practical guide to conducting a telemedicine visit. We start with preparation prior to the visit, and then we start with how you start the visit properly. And then from there, we're moving into the actual telemedicine visit assessment and diagnoses, and how to properly end the visit. Okay. The rest of part 2 has to do with soft skills and website manners that would be appropriate for telemedicine visits, whether it's audio or video visits. The next chapter talks about common pitfalls encountered during telemedicine visits, and then finally, when is a higher level of care recommended for telemedicine visits? Because as we know, with telemedicine visits, there is a standard of care that needs to be abided by, But telemedicine visits are also limited. It's not everything that you can do in person that you can do virtually. So for those patients, they will need to be referred, to a higher level of care, whether it's an ER, an urgent care, their primary care physician. And then finally, the last part of the book, we're going through key performance indicators. And I'm actually going through, what key performance indicators are. What are the key performance indicators for a practice versus the key performance indicators for a clinician? And we're going to talk about how to improve those numbers, because those numbers actually will tie into the provider star rating. Okay? And then, at the very end, we just, go through the outline of a session. So in short, in summary, that's what, this training manual is about. As part of, purchasing the book, there are bonuses on my website, telemedicineconsultations.com. Okay, and if you need any more information, you can also go to my other website, quarantineacomd.com. Okay, especially if you're interested in, joining a mentorship or a coaching program, I do have some offers there for, coaching. So you can check those out. Okay. So this book is now available on Amazon. I'm going to leave the link below. Thank you.